Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, here to show you the Chaser pistol from Kingman Training. This is a 11mm paintball pistol, runs on 12 gram CO2 cartridges. Let's open up this box and show you what's inside. Got your manual, warranty information. Put that off to the side here. Alright, we've got gun, 12 gram CO2 cartridges, paintballs, barrel plugs. Underneath the gun we've got cleaning swab, and then miscellaneous replacement parts and a pull-through squeegee. We're going to keep the gun out and the parts out because we're going to need that in a minute to remove the bolt. So here we got our gun. Again, this is a 12 gram CO2 cartridge gun. Uses a cartridge like that to operate properly. Down at the bottom, you've got this little knob that you can push over and pull out. This is going to help you unscrew this bottom section, because this is where the CO2 cartridge goes. So we'll take our CO2 cartridge, drop it inside there. That's going to gas up. If I was to turn this all the way, it would puncture the CO2 cartridge and gas up the gun. But I don't want to go that far. Now, we have right here is our magazine, and this button right here on the side is our magazine release. So I'll push this button, release the magazine comes out. Now this magazine will hold 9 paintballs. By sliding down this and locking it over. And then on the top, it's got this little spring clip right here, and this will hold the paintballs in place so that they don't shoot out once the spring tension is pushing the paintballs up and out of the gun. To give you an idea of the paintballs, a little zoom here. This right here is an 11mm paintball. And that is a regular ball. That's a 68 caliber ball, and this is the 11mm ball. So you can see the difference in what you're shooting out of the gun. I'll take a couple and load this so you can see kind of how this looks when it loads up. And this is going to hold 9 balls, just like that. Now what we'll do is release the spring, so the spring is pushing on these paintballs. If I was to push on this right here, it would let all these paintballs come out and go out into the gun once this was up inside. What I'm going to do is release this back into it. Alright, so magazine fed 12 gram pistol. To start this gun, or after you've got it gassed up, you do have to cock it back, and that's going to be your first shot. That's going to release it. So after you've cocked it back the first time, you aren't going to need to cock it again. It will shoot until the CO2 cartridge is out. Now as far as efficiency goes, on one 12 gram CO2 cartridge at a velocity roughly between 210 to 220 feet per second, you're going to get about 60 to 80 shots out of it. Now, Kingman recommends not exceeding a velocity of about 250 feet per second to get the optimal performance out of the gun. If you were to pick one of these up and put your CO2 cartridge in there and dry fire it, you're going to get significantly less shots out of the gun. The gun is designed to be most efficient when the magazine is in and when it is shooting paintballs out of the gun. So if you were just to throw a cartridge in and dry fire it, it's not going to work as well as it will with paintballs in the gun. Side right here, we've got our safety right there. Safety on, safety off, so the gun will shoot. Turn around to the back side right here, you can see that we've got our striker and our bolt right here. Now if I cock it back, we'll be able to see how to remove the bolt out of the back of the gun. Let me grab it the appropriate tool that comes with this. It's a little horseshoe clip. You're going to use it kind of like a pair of pliers, or like an Allen key, I guess, actually. Turn this around and we'll zoom in. Now you can see right here there's a little notch cut into the striker down there. What you're going to do is use this key. You can see it's kind of resting in there, to rotate this notch right here up to this position so that the bolt right here can actually just slide out through the notch. So try to do this so you guys can see it. Now you see the notch is vertical. Now I'm able to remove the bolt out of the back of the gun. If I can get a hold of it. Alright, so there we go. That's our bolt. And if we look down the gun, it's kind of hard to see down in there, but that is empty inside there now. So that's how you would clean that out. Run a swab through there, run a squeegee through it to clean out the inside of the gun. Again, it's just as easy to put it back in. We're going to drop our bolt inside, just like that. And again, we're going to rotate from the up position, like it is right now, to the side position, locking the bolt in place. Now, last thing we're going to do is our show is the velocity adjustment. Velocity adjustment is done through the front of the gun, below the barrel. This is where the paintball actually exits the gun. This right here is where you're going to adjust velocity. We'll see if I can get in there. If you look down inside there, inside this section right here, there's an Allen key right there, and that's going to control the velocity of the gun by rotating that Allen key, just like on a regular regulator. That's going to allow you to either increase or decrease your velocity inside this gun. Again, this is the new Chaser from Kingman Training. Check this out and their other gun, the Eraser, at ansgear.com.